What's going on, scholars? It's your professor here, the Enlightened Enlisted, and we got some big news today from Darkflow. Everybody's been talking about it, motorcycles and boats being added. What does that mean for us? Well, you're about to find out. First thing I want to start out with addressing is the motorcycles. We're going to have a lot of questions with the motorcycles. Are they going to be an infantry-based squad call-in, or are they going to be a vehicle? And if they are a vehicle, are you really going to want to use that other than a tank or a plane? However, let's kind of get into what those vehicles are. So the Germans have the KS-75, which, if you don't know, that is an iconic German motorcycle. It's been used in many, many movies, and it'll have that sidecar. Now, whether or not it has that mounted MG, we are not sure. If you look at the picture, there is actually the mount on it, and if you also are looking at this picture right now, you will notice that we have the North Africa Corps emblem pointed on there with the camo being in that sand colored brown. Now that is a nod obviously to Tunisia, so that is going to be really interesting to see how far away we are from Tunisia. Now, just looking at these two motorcycles, it already starts a discussion about balance and where they are going with this. So as far as balance goes, I see a big lopside. If the KS-750 has its mounted machine gun on the sidecar, then your Harley Davidson, aka the Liberator, is going to be at a severe disadvantage, because usually in historical records you do not see the sidecar actually added on to the Liberator, as it was not used in a mainline infantry role. It was more of just as a courier or just being able to move quickly. It wasn't designed for you to be in combat with. So I don't know how they're going to add it, because there are no records of a 30 cal or anything like that being added to the sidecar. Now, you will see the pouch where usually guys had Thompsons stored on the side of that, so maybe you'll have guys that can just do some, like, you know, GTA drive-bys with their Thompsons. I'm not sure on how that's going to work though. Now, the adding of these vehicles sets a precedence on the Darkflow developers looking more towards those infantry support and fast attack vehicles. So could we see like the 222 being added, or maybe even a Brin carrier? I don't know. Hopefully we do, because I would like to see it be more of an infantry-based focus game with the meta getting away from tanks and aircraft. Before we get into boats, I want to know what you guys think about the motorcycle. Let me know it in the comments down below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as that bell notification, so you can be updated on when we get our next video out. So boats, to me personally, are one of the most interesting additions to this game, as we don't have a lot of levels with even water on them, and the ones that do have water don't really need boats. So why are they adding them? Well, I think it's a two-faceted approach. One, I think that's going to be an additional levels being added, and I think that kind of gives us a nod to where we're actually going to be fighting in Tunisia. Like I said in my Tunisia video, I thought that the campaign was going to be focused around the Mareth line, which is actually in the south. Now, oddly enough, there is a massive body of water called the Château Jadif, which is a huge wadi that is very famous there in Tunisia. If you haven't checked out pictures from it, I highly suggest it. So this is kind of a confirmation that we're probably going to be focused in the southern part of Tunisia for this campaign. Now, personally, I don't believe they added boats just for a single campaign, as this is a big addition. So why are they adding boats? And I'm going to say it's a testing ground for the Pacific. We have a lot of indications that we are going to the Pacific, one of those being the addition to boats, the Osaka rifle, and the Battle of Summer operation that we had gives me a couple indications that the Japanese are on their way. Now, I don't think they're going to come right after Tunisia. I think you're going to see a Russian campaign, and then you're going to see the shift to the Pacific after that. So what do you guys think? Are the Japanese coming? And how do you feel about boats and motorcycles being added? I want to know in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button one last time for me. It really helps this channel out. Until next time, scholars, hit those books and hit those bottles. Cheers.